What is up guys, Wraec here with a new video, and today we got incredible news for the new season. So basically, if you entered the game today, there was of course the event marker with, well, all the events that we have, which are a ton, so might not even have noticed it, but in the wave of Intrigue there is now a new loot obtainable, so you can get some rate up tickets, which are very nice. We have this little slider here already, of course, but there is now a button called Features. And once you click this button, Features, it will actually lead you to a website that includes a ton of new info about this season. So let's just hop right in and see what it's all about. So basically, this is the website. I will link it down below in the description for you guys to check out. This website is heavily mobile optimized, so it looks a little bit weird on the PC that I'm showing it from right now, but we have a pretty detailed view, so we can check out all the pictures a little bit more in detail. So, new season, Waves of Intrigue, nothing new there. Unveil the mysteries of Rustport. I don't think we have heard of Rustport before. That is the new main location, it seems. We have a picture right down below. This is the known graphic from in-game. New scenery showcases, and this is in fact Rustport, and I think it's a pretty cool location, like this dirty pirate harbor. Somehow it is pretty high up there, which is very, very interesting. So I'm not even sure. I mean, like, this is cut down the middle. I think this might be the harbor, really. And then there seems to be like castle or something in the upper city. It looks a little bit like this. It looks like there is like the slum down below, and then the houses or a castle for the people that are a little bit richer up there. So it could be an interesting dynamic and make for an interesting story. So I'm definitely curious about this, and I'm definitely curious to check it out. I hope they make good use of this location. Definitely do. But it is a nice one. It is well designed, so eager to check it out. And then we have Sea Heart Isle. Seems to be once again cut down in the middle. A little bit of a paradise, honestly. It looks pretty nice with the blue flowers there, the waterfall, and all of the little pirate things. Oh, we'll see what it is about. Can't say much there. And we have Blackthorn Sea. And this is like the darker side, I think, of this expansion, where we have the rough sea edges. Can you imagine like a ship coming down there, being driven by the storm on these rough edges there? That is definitely a nice scenery. And then this big skeleton with some... Is it an enemy? Interesting. This is an enemy apparently down below. So, also pretty curious. So they seem to have multiple locations. Again, we saw a pretty big map in the last season. I mean, if you remember, I was honestly expecting like 1 or 2 areas, but we got like, I think 3 areas once again, and in a pretty giant open world. So this seems like this is again the case, which I am a big fan of. I like that. Then we have Peaks of Time, and Peaks of Time is, I think, pretty badly described here. New Peaks of Time game mode is now alive. Experience the story of the Song of Strife season and earn abundant map resources. So it seems like a new game mode. Peaks of Time seems to be the way you can go back and see the Song of Strife season. So if you are now a new player or a player that didn't really get to experience the Song of Strife season, you can go back, check it all out, get the loot, the map resources it says, and experience this story in Song of Strife for yourself, which is a nice way to get loot. I mean, if you think about it, with those expansions, in a bit of time, like imagine in a year, there would be a ton of story in this game. Like, this game would be pretty story-packed, because by then you would have like 3 more seasons, so... 3 more seasons, so we would have 4 seasons already, plus the main game in there. That is pretty insane, I have to say. Pretty insane. And then, of course, the other season will be there later on too. And then we have new world features, some more things they introduced into the world. We saw the first new world features within season Song of Strife. They announced that for that, which like those little rhino things that would ram you away and you would have to dodge them. And they seem to bring new features here. So navigating the seas, you will apparently be able to drive around in a ship on the sea, which I think is a very nice take on this pirate theme. And something that is just nice because it really plays into it very well. If you were just on land, I mean, how much of a pirate would you really be? Mastering the art of stealth, a little bit of a stealth feature there. We will see more of this, by the way, in a second. Delving into alchemy and now available to add layers of fun to your vast world experience. So there we see the alchemy thing, no idea about it yet, probably just a mini game. And here is actually the ship we are driving around. I thought that was pretty cool. They show that you can get loot on the sea, that there are some small chests, but this is apparently a ship we can drive around in. So this is also very, very nice. Kind of like this. Harbor gifts. Very standard event, we saw that before. It seems pretty generous though. 6 times 3 epic summons for free, and on the 7th day you get this chest, which I mean, you obviously either want to go for Carolina or for Iron. If you don't have Iron on Mythic Plus yet, you definitely want to go for him from this chest. So that saves you watching a video, I guess, because there will be ones about this chest. Maybe I'll make one too. Hero skins. Hero skins, great. Great, I love it. Pirate-themed hero skins. Honestly, I expected more. I expected even more hero skins because I thought that's just such a topic that screams, give us skins for it. So this first one is a new hero called Sinbad. We'll see him later again. And he gets a very nice pirate costume. Then we have Merrily getting a pirate costume, which, I mean, it's nice. He had a pretty standard design. But just right now, she basically left the meta and now she gets a skin, which is a bit unfortunate timing, I will have to say. But still nice. I wonder if how you will be able to unlock those skins. It is said discover the main storylines and participate in events to earn these free hero skins. So those are none for the shop. They don't really talk about any extensions of the shop. I was always confused by this skin section not being used more frequently. I think seems to be, well, at least popular enough to rectify putting in a little bit of work and putting more skins in there. So we also get the Rowan skin, very nice, love it, with the little coin in there and the big chest he has behind him. Seems like a pretty cool skin. I would love to see more. I honestly hope they introduce a few more skins for some other heroes. Like maybe a Lily May skin, something like this, for the most frequently used heroes. Maybe a Fresto skin, 2 pirates at once, that would be great. So, seasonal updates. New seasonal stages and rewards have been added to the AFK challenges and Legend Trial. Dream Realm now includes a one-time seasonal reward. So basically we get new AFK challenges. We'll see how that is. I wonder if they've learned about the last season. I mean, I ended up on like season stage 2,500 or something, which felt way too much. I mean, with the auto challenge and all of that, it got a whole lot easier, but still, I have felt like such a hassle to do it. I don't know. And I mean, the solution would be to make the difference between the stages bigger, so that you not only get a small increase from stage to stage, but that there's like a bit of a bigger jump between them. So that you don't have to do that many stages a day because you just can't. But then again, this really amplifies power spikes. If you have like a different enemy in there and the power difference between this stage and the stage before is big, then the power spike from that is even bigger. So if you fight like, for example, those mean little tornado things that just nuke your entire team, or those guys that are immune to magic damage, that can be very annoying. Legend Trial, alright. Dream Realm, one-time seasonal reward. We kind of had that before. But the interesting thing here, this is AFK stages. This is Legend Trial. This is Dream Realm. This is... I remember this guy. That's the dude from the story in Song of Strife. I always thought he could be a boss. Like, he had so many skills already. He could throw like a spear. I remember doing a live stream and talking about this. This is like the guy with like the glowing red eyes that you meet in the story. I think you later on fight him in arena as well. So this guy seems to come to Dream Realm as a story boss now. So seems to be confirmed, I guess. We get a new story boss. Pretty cool. Always like new Dream Realm bosses. Faction talents. Unlock powerful bonus to enhance your hero's abilities through strategic talent upgrades and formation. So they give us like a skill tree now. But the interesting thing is, it is not bound to the class. Last time, I mean, with the seasonal skills, they bound to the class. So like Rogue would have something, and this time around it's the faction. I think heroes in this game are less represented by the class and more by the faction anyway. People talk about Wilder, people talk about Mauler, people rarely talk about rogues in the game. So this is pretty interesting. I'm curious to see how this is designed. It seems like you can't get two of those skills, so there's like one main skill that you have to decide in between. Other than that, we also see a little arrow here indicating that you might be able to upgrade certain skills. So this is pretty interesting. And I mean, this line doesn't really end there. So even though we have those skills there, there's still a line going down, maybe implicating that there are further skills to unlock. And also something that I notice here is we have more skills here in Lightbearer than we have in Mauler. That's pretty interesting. I mean, like we have 1, 2, 3 there. It's also 3 here. Okay, this skill is just placed here and is placed up there for Mauler. But this skill down below is interesting. I mean, we have 2, 3, 4, 5 here. So 5 small nodes, and in Lightbearer it's only 4. Makes me wonder if those skill trees are at the same position, because here that seems to be the start of the skill tree. We see the big node, we see no line up ahead, while on Lightbearer there is a line up ahead. So maybe this is like what comes after down below here. So not like for the Lightbearer, but like maybe every single skill tree has like a second page to it, I mean. Interesting. Very, very interesting. So I'm pretty curious to test this. I'm pretty curious what they put in there. So once we get an opportunity to check that out and check out those skills and see what they do, we'll definitely do that and make a video about it. So what are you wishing for, by the way, for those? I'm actually not sure. Like, it's such a design thing. It's such a design thing. You can do everything really in such skill trees. But it will bring a big meta change. That is not a question. Like this will change a lot. New season artifacts. Old season artifacts will go. We already knew that. New season artifacts there. I mean, I can't really say much about those skills. This will be an offensive one. This will be a defensive one. They incorporated some of the design elements of the new season in here. I just wish that we get to upgrade them a little bit better. I felt like it really wasn't nice in the last season that you were doing the best if you just focused on 2 artifacts, and then you wouldn't have any material left to upgrade the other artifacts. So I felt like at the beginning of the season there were more artifacts that saw use, and towards the end of the season there really only were 2, and then we saw Crescent Spell do a little bit of a return with the Ravaged Realm. But I felt like this was such a mean thing, because we had 10 artifacts and only using 2 of them every single time. Yeah, that was a bit bad. It was also a balance issue, of course, with those 2 artifacts just being a bit stronger. But I think if you were able to upgrade all of them at the same time, or like put them in groups, and the one upgrade material upgrades this entire group, and the other upgrade material upgrades this entire group, that would have been more interesting. And I would have liked to see me be able to switch between everything. Ideally, at the end of the season, reaching level 30 on all of my artifacts. That would have been very nice, but just wasn't the case. So I think some artifacts just barely saw any use, and this is a bit sad. So, new season progress. Empower your heroes by increasing their season level and arming them with season equipment. So we once again will upgrade. We have to upgrade the level, of course, we knew that. And we have to upgrade the season equipment. The season equipment is not that interesting here. We get a little bit of a look at the UI here, though. They kind of blurred out quite a lot there. But we see a 6-star. Isn't that Hewen's weapon? It's Cassidy. That is Hewen's mythic weapon. I don't think that's like intended. I think that's a bit of a bug. I don't think that's any mechanic. But here we see new season magic charms that we're just going to get around. And we see 3 materials here apparently. Kind of interesting. So we don't really know too much about it. She has a skin button on here though. I don't know if that's a bug or if we are going to see a Cassidy skin, but there is a skin button there. So that is basically all you can get from those pictures, I think. Season magic charms will soon be available. Collect the fantastic charms with no randomized stats to unlock new effects and extra set bonuses. I mean, we didn't really have randomized stats this season, so I don't really understand why they say it's a new one. They seem to still have different mythic charms here for the same slot. So given that they have all of those in those different colors, I think you can still collect them in about the same way we have right now. So probably again multiple charms will take a little bit of time, but eventually you'll get them all. And I think this was a pretty well designed feature last season. There were some things that they fixed. They had like healing in there that they had to change a little bit. But overall it worked quite well, and it was something that I enjoyed focusing on, because once I did within the season, I noticed that I did better in Dream Realm and suddenly got like the top spots there, and that was pretty good. And I think some people overlooked it a little bit though and just equipped everything, and then they were like, oh, okay, doesn't really matter, I just equipped the recommended one, and quite often those weren't the best. So I think it's a good feature. Because even those people that didn't really pay attention to it, they were doing decently well. And with the potential to one day find a YouTube video and they say, okay, once I equip those, I do maybe 4 million more damage and suddenly I'm top 10 or something. So I think that was pretty cool. Interesting is they don't really talk about Dura's Trial here. So that might indicate that we obtain those magic charms from another game mode. We'll see. I don't think many people were a big fan of Dura's Trial. I'm still stuck at some stages there and I can't clear them. Like even with confirmed clear setups and many attempts, just couldn't get through them. So that was a bit weird. I don't know. New heroes. Eternal Voice Dunlinger. They announced 3 heroes here. We already saw Sinbad. He's in there too. Dunlinger, the first celestial hero that we are going to get. So if you want to summon him immediately, I don't expect him to be released far away from the release if they announce him now already. So maybe already prepare some stellar crystals. I certainly am preparing mine. I'm currently at like nearing 80 or something, mostly from free events, didn't even buy them. I think if you collect them a little bit, might be good. The question, of course, is if you need other heroes like Fresto first, if you shouldn't go for those instead. Well, that is your decision to make. I can't really say that. It's a gamble. It all depends on Dundlinger's power. If he's insane, well, great. If he's not insane, then you save them up for nothing. Then we have Wrathful Wraith Nara. Pretty cool design. She looks a little bit like Harley Quinn, I thought. Harley Quinn, a little bit of a darker version even. Pretty cool hero design. She has like this axe here in her hand. You see the skulls. Barbed wire there around her arm, which surely hurts. And she looks absolutely crazy. So definitely love it. Hopefully she will be an enemy in the story as well. Or on our side. Well, it's alright, we'll see. And then we have Sinbad. He seems like a stereotypical good guy. I don't know. A bit of a pirate, but also like a bit of good guy vibes. It's nice to see that we get a Lightbearer hero though. I think many people were waiting for more Lightbearer heroes, because despite them having, I think, still the most heroes in the faction, most of those heroes are just so bad that you tend to forget about them. So it feels like they have the least amount of heroes there. So we get Sinbad. No info about them yet. Just that. Heroic Gauntlet, clear levels to earn rewards and complete quests to gain points and unlock extra prizes in the new season mode. We see Walker there. We have no info about this game mode, but it will be a new game mode, and as soon as there's info on it, I will show them to you. New Primal Lords. We get the Plague Creeper and we get the Crazed Shellbrood. This is good. I thought one Primeval was not enough for a season. Last time we got this this crystal bug. And I have to say, I was very happy when we fought him. He was gone way faster than I anticipated. And then there was just no Primal Lord anymore. And I thought I could have done with 2 or 3 more during the season. Easily. Easily 2 or 3 more would have been no issue. Just one towards the end of the season, one more at the beginning and one in the middle. And we would that would have been absolutely great. Now we get 2, so that in my book is an improvement, and I'm eager to fight the Plague Creeper and the Crazed Shellbrood, and I hope they will be interesting. Well, now we get Dura's Trial. I was just talking about it. Okay, well, Dura's Trial coming back. Yeah, enjoy diverse gameplay. I will have to see. I mean, Maybe they changed it a little bit, it can be alright. So we'll have to see how that is. Well, now I'm going to get some comments that I said Durastra is not in there. I didn't see that. Interesting. Supreme Arena coming back. Good game mode. I like it. Not much to say about it. It's a pretty cool game, a pretty cool PvP. Good that it's back. Honor Duel. Explore the new trial card gameplay and enjoy enhanced strategies and greater excitement. And I think there are still people that like Honor Duel, and rightfully so. It's a pretty cool game mode. I personally, I'm not playing it a lot. Mainly because I have a limited time to play the game, and mostly I focus on like the main things on the season and the story and the loot that I have to get. And yeah, that is so Honor Duel mostly thoughts under the table there. Legends return to Aspera to receive generous rewards via in-game mail, complete quests to earn a massive amount of invite letters for hero recruitment. Legends return, that sounds like a return plan, so like for players that quit and then come back to the game. Interesting, definitely a good thing to do from the start of the season. More events to come. We already saw the Christ event, of course. This is the event for Arcane Lab that we already played. This is a pretty good event. We played like 2 times and you're gone. Honor Duel event rewarded the Parisa skin. I'm not sure about this one. Oh, is that... Oh, wait. I know what that is. Yeah, that's Hero Drills. Good event, I like it. Last time people were watching the videos I made about it quite a lot, because there were like 2 stages where people got stuck. So definitely a cool event. I will make more videos on that once we see that. We don't know this one yet. There's Zimbad in there. Seems to be a little bit of a fishing event. We already had a fishing event, so maybe there is a new fishing event on the sea. We'll see. Pretty cool. So that's basically it for the stuff from this season. I have like one more picture that I can show to you guys. This is a little bit of a wallpaper where we see some more stuff. This guy, definitely villain vibes. I am not an AFK Arena player, so if some of those heroes were an AFK Arena, I wouldn't know. Here we see a battle on sea, so maybe this is a thing too. A little bit of a sea monster up there, and the city seems to be burning a little bit. And again, we see the bridge over there too, what apparently looks like a castle. So maybe the first thing that we saw said about Rustport wasn't quite wrong. Overall, seems like a pretty cool thing. And I'm definitely hyped and looking forward to this season. Tell me down below what you wish for in this season. And with that, I wish you a great day. We'll see us in the next one.